Okay, in today's video we're going to be making my homemade elderberry syrup. We've been collecting elderberries off of our tree all season so far, and we've got quite a lot going here. You can see there's a lot more in the bag to be used for later. But I've got my 2 cups ready here, my frozen berries, to go into the water. So those will go directly into the pan. We're going to set this down, set it up. Okay, so now we've added in our elderberries, and we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients. We have our dry ingredients here, which is star anise, cinnamon, and cloves. And then we also have a good few hunks. This is about 2 inches worth of fresh ginger, just coarsely chopped, and throw it in there. Once it boils, you're going to let it boil for 15 to 30 minutes. That's good enough to get the constituents out of the seeds that could potentially harm you in large doses. And that's also enough to allow the syrup to break down a little bit, allow the solid ingredients in there to cook down. Okay, now that we are in full boiling, we're going to stir it up a little bit, and we're going to reduce the heat. And we're going to go ahead and let that boil for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. You can even go longer if you like, but that's not quite necessary. So we're going to go ahead and let that sit for a while. Now that it's done simmering, we're going to allow it to cool a little bit. Then we're going to strain out the particulate matter and add in the sweetener. We're going to mash up the berries that are in here a little bit before we strain them out to get all of the good stuff out of them. Now that we've strained out all of the matter from the syrup, we're left with this really pretty colored purple syrup in the pan. We're going to heat this back up just a tiny bit as we add in the sweetener. I like to use date molasses. I find this has a very low sugar content comparative to things like honey or corn syrups and stuff that other people use. So we're going to add 1 cup of this into the pan. After adding the molasses, it'll turn this brown color. Using things like honey or syrups or sugars would leave it more purple, but in this case we're going more for the health benefits. So now we're going to let this cool all the way, and then we're going to add it to our bottle. Here we've got our glass bottle we're going to use to store the elderberry syrup in the refrigerator. We're going to go ahead and put our funnel in there and get ready to pour it in. So if you make this at home, just make sure that you do store this in the refrigerator until use. So I hope this video showed you how easy it can be to actually make your own homemade elderberry syrup. You can do this with any type of fresh, frozen, or even dried elderberries that you can get your hands on. So don't be afraid if you're not growing them yourself. Enjoy!